share with us the platform and to walk us through how we can navigate easily. Okay, so I think what would be best that we'll do is I present everything first. It's quite easy, and then once I am done, we'll take questions. Is that okay with everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Very okay, sir.
Okay, great. So let me know if you can see my screen. Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Yes, you can.
Okay,
Yes, yes,
okay,
yes,
great.
you can.
So the first thing we need to do, you can use any browser of your choice, Chrome, uh, Microsoft Edge, any one of your choice. Just make sure you are able to navigate easily. So the first thing is you want to go to the UM6P website, um6p.ma. Okay. So as you can all see that this is purely in French. And since I am not a native speaker of French, it might be difficult for me to navigate. So I will just go to the top here where I have French. You can change your language there. If you're using Chrome, it automatically translates. So, but now since I'm using Microsoft Edge, this is why I need to translate. So I translate to English. Now I have my language in English. So at times, if you're using your phone, it might not have the same like interface as when you're having a PC. So you see that I'm having everything that I need to know about the school here. And I want to believe that before you start applying, you will have explored the website by now. So if not, these are just areas you can explore to find out about each programs. Here you have the admission, the graduate program, master's program, and everything that has to do with each program. But since our agenda is not that for today, I mean, this is your own assignment. You are meant to go through the department website, see what is it that they are doing in that website before you can apply. So if you have checked that, then you can go to apply. Okay. So if you click the apply button, you find out these are all the programs that you can apply to. So these, it says are post baccalaureate program. That means these are undergraduate program. Okay. Then graduate program are maybe masters or PhDs. So, for example, now for an individual who want to apply for undergraduate, you can only stay here. But if you want to apply for graduate, you cannot click any of the apply link that you have here. You cannot click anything here. I mean, 1, 2, and 3, you cannot click because they are only undergraduate program. But if you want to apply for master's program, then you come here, you can click any of the 3 here. So since I'm basically interested in English language courses, so I can just go here, click to apply. So once you click to apply, it takes you to, to, to this page now. So on this page, you have create my candidate account and sign into candidate account. So if you already have an account, this is when you can sign in. If you don't, you go to create my account, my candidate account. Okay. So let me click this, create my candidate account. So now you see again that this is giving me a prompt that because the platform is in French and at times Chrome, all these platform they automatically translate. So if I click on translate, maybe it will, yeah, it did translate. But now if it did not translate, so you go there here, this means English and this means French. So if the platform is originally in French and it does not automatically translate, just click the right flag here. It translates to English for you. Am I still audible? Can you still hear me?
Sure, sure, we can hear you.
Yes, please.
Okay,
Yes.
great.
Please, I can't see your screen, please.
I guess that is your network. Is there any other person who can see my screen?
We can see your screen. We can see your screen.
Okay. So currently, you can't see my screen. I guess it's from your end. So I believe these information here are quite easy. So your first name, if you like, you can add your first name. So I can write apply, now you, then my last name, Yeah, my email address. Okay, so now my NIN, you fill in your NIN details. I'm not sure I can remember this. Then the third cycle. Now you want to be very careful here. Why do I say you want to be very careful here? In this desired cycle, you see that we have three things here. It says post-baccalaureate, master's, and you have engineering program. If you are applying for a graduate program, which is a master's program, you must pick master's here. Because if you mistakenly pick post-baccalaureate, when you get to the platform where you need to apply, you will not see any program in master's, any master's program on that platform. You will only see the undergraduate program. So this is why you want to be careful here. So you go ahead and pick master's. This is just a general question. It has nothing to do with maybe examination or such. So they just want to know where should they put in more effort. That is, from which platform are people getting to know about UM6P the most. This is just the idea about this question. So you can say anything, word of mouth, anything you want. So depending on you. Then after you click this, you click on create my account. So once you click on create my account, what the platform does is it it gives you they send you a username. Yeah, okay, a username will be sent to you. So once that username is sent to you, you go back to here, sign in to candidate portal, or from that email sent to you that contains your username, you will have a code that looks like your NIN number or your identity card number that you submitted. So there will be a link in that email. Once you click that link, it brings you to the portal, something like this. So it brings you to the portal here, this portal, and you click on sign in. So once you click on sign in, the first thing you want to do, because this is your first time, so you click on first login or forget password. So the first thing, what happened to me actually as well, because I tried to create an account. So what happened to me was that when I created my account on this platform, it was asking me for password. So when I click on forget password or first login, so it was asking me for password and not email. So here you enter your email. So once you enter your email, you click on send. I'm not doing all these things because I have done it earlier and I've generated all those things. So you click on send. So once you click on send here, then they will give you a link. A link will be sent to you again in your email. So in that link, you have, once you click the link, it takes you to where you can enter your new password. So once you enter your password, then it's okay for you to sign in. Then you can now sign in like that. So now let me sign in because I have passed through all this process. Okay, I unfortunately cannot remember the username, but I'll just quickly check my email address because the email is not on this PC. Give me 1 minute. Okay. So, okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. I'm sorry about this. So the username that will be given to you will be what you put in here and the password that you just generated. So this. So far, is anyone having any question so far on what I have covered so far? Hello?
Yeah, we are with you. Just following
Nope.
step by step.
Okay. I'm trying to get my, I don't know, UM6P. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, let me see if I can try with my email address if it will happen. Oh my God. I unfortunately can't find my. Is okay. I think I can make use of someone's. Yeah. Just for us to see the platform and the idea. Okay. Let me use this. Okay. As we can all see, this user ID is like what will be sent to you first. That's the first thing that will be sent to you. So it is the same thing that you use to log in all the time. Okay. Okay. So let's see now. Okay. Now I'm on the portal now. So like I said, the username and password I just use now is for one applicant as well who reached out to me. So the first thing you want to say is you want to go to the profile. So this will be the first thing that you feel when you started your application. I mean, before they sent you the what's it called, your username. So this is just the information here. So if you are not seeing everything full, you don't need to give yourself any problem. So you just go to UM6P registration. So this is where you fill in all your details. Now, as well, if you can see here, these information are in French, right? They are all in French. So like I told you earlier, you can click in this button and now everything changes to English. So I want to make mention again that you want to be very, very careful of the details you fill when you start your registration, because once you do, this will not be able to change again. You see, I cannot alter anything that has to do with the first name and the last name, and I cannot edit the password number. So now once you change this to English, it becomes very easy, especially for this one now. Now your tutor information is like your let me say next of kin or someone that can be contacted in case of any issue. So this is your tutor information. So you may want to pick maybe your mom, if you're married, your wife or your husband, or even your siblings. So you can do that. So then, okay, I think this page is quite simple. Then one thing that I will advise is once you are done on any page, before you click next, always click on save before you click on next. Okay, always click on save. So once you do that, you go to the next page. Let's see. Now, next. So now you will see that anyone that feel what's it called, an online survey very well, you see that when you have this square box, it means a multiple choice. That means you can pick as much as possible. So that's why I said you ought to have gone through the website before you start your application. So if you have gone through the website, you'll have known, okay, this particular program is cool for me and I can apply. Then you mark as many as possible. So once you click that, you save. And see, right here, you can see that there are programs that are in English. So all these programs, international management, business, agri and innovation, collective intelligence, financial engineering, they are English taught programs. So you can apply for all the four or anyone that you like. But my advice is you apply for as much as possible because you want to give yourself a higher chance. So then you click on save, then you click on next. So now here are some of the things that you might not be familiar with. Okay. So the first thing is the type of baccalaureate degree. Now, baccalaureate simply means your high school. In Nigeria, that is our secondary school. So now you fill in the details here where you have obtained your baccalaureate. So if you see the list here, it says Moroccan, France, and others. Now, you are a Nigerian, or if you are not coming from a francophone country rather, you can't pick anything here. So you can always pick others, except you are from Morocco or you are from France. So now here you have where you have your high school. This is Nigeria. Then the type of high school you went to, maybe it's private or a public university or public high school. Then the next thing is your field. For us, we all know that we have three fields: science, art, and commercial. So everything is right here. Everything is right here. So you have science, literature, and commercial. These are the three: the science, the arts, and the commerce. Okay, so then the city of the high school and the name. But now we will see that here for the graduation year for high school. I know that some people might have graduated before this time, so it's okay. So even if you can't see your graduation year, pick this very last one, that is 2015 to 2016. Okay, then for the conversion baccalaureate, your baccalaureate grading scale. So for us in Nigeria, we use A, B, C, D, E, and F. But now, during the time when myself and some others were ambassadors to the school, what we did was to assist the school in creating ways by which we can convert our own WAEC or NECO result to a grading scale of 20. So what you do is we have decided to pick A as 5 marks, B as 4 marks. Anyone that knows the grading system of UI could easily do something like this. So your A is 5, B is 4, C is 3, D is 2, E is 1, and F is 0. So you pick 5 of your best scores, especially that is related to your stream. So you multiply it by maybe the number of, so for example, now let's say I have 5 A's. So that means I have 5 times 5, that is 25. Then you divide it by 5, divide it by 25, then you multiply it by 20. So that is the conversion to 20. So if you have, let's say you have 1A and 4B's, that means you have 5 plus 16. That means you have 19, right? 19 divided by 25 multiplied by 20. That will give you your own scale. And this is what you will input here. Baccalaureate annual average grade. This is what you will put here. So then your degree information. So your degree information, this person are actually not feeling it right, is baccalaureate plus 4. So this is your undergraduate. So except you have spent 5 years. So if you have spent 5 years, so in this place now, if you pick baccalaureate plus 5, you should be expecting that you will have more than 8 semesters. But if you pick 4, it shows that you have 8 semesters. So now, did you graduate? Yes. Your country of graduation, all these are something that you can feel on your own. Now, your school grading scales, as far as we know, some universities have different grading scales in Nigeria. We have grade scale of 7, 4, 5, and so on. So then you want to impute your final CGPA. This is your final CGPA. Now, another thing is, Christy, please, can you mute the person that has the mic on? Okay, thanks. So now, for each of the semesters, you have your semester grade. So you have semester 1, your CGPA during that semester. This NB of makeup simply means out of what? So for example, this is 3.2 out of 5.0. So everywhere here you have out of 5.0, out of 5.0, you just fill everything there. So you have semester 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8 semesters. So then you click on save. So once you click on save, then you go to your academic information. So if I click on submit now, it will tell me I cannot submit yet because I have not filled in the appendix. So the appendix is where you upload all your credentials. It is where you upload all your credentials. So also you will see that if you look at this side, it has marked the personal information, marked the program selection, then it is easier to mark the academic information. So because this is for someone, I don't want to alter anything here. This is why I'm being I don't want to alter anything here. Okay, yeah. So now on the last page, which is the UM6P appendices, like I made mention of, is that this place is where you attach all the documents that you're being asked for. So I should change this one to English as well. So now these candidates have actually not submitted any document, so it's fine. So you see candidate picture. Your picture is like just a small your picture passport, your passport photograph. This is what they are expecting you to submit here. Then your national ID card or your passport. Make sure you use the one that you have submitted as when you start filling your application. So maybe it is your NIN that you have submitted. Make sure it is what you have uploaded here. If it is your international passport, make sure it is the one you have uploaded. And you have your recommendation letter. Then your baccalaureate diploma is your WAEC certificate. If you're using NECO, it will be your NECO certificate. Then the motivation letter. So now there have been a lot of questions as regards if I am applying for 4 programs, how many motivation letter am I going to write? So the idea now is for you to write a motivation letter that is specific about, let's say UM6P, or an alternative. An alternative is for you to attach all the motivation letters together. So you can do that. I think you can do that. So attach them together and then make sure that you make them into a single file and upload them as a motivation letter here. Then for your resume is your CV. So it can be as long as you want. This is an academic application, so it can be as long as you want it. It can be up to 10 pages. You can quote me on that. Academic CV can be as long as you want, in as much as it is showing something that has to do with your background, something that can help you in your application. Then your academic transcript. This academic transcript is already what you know. That is your undergraduate transcript. You're applying for a master's program. Then a transcript of March of last year academic. So I think you can upload the same thing for this academic transcript and the transcript that marks the academic in the last year of your academic. So you can upload your transcript there as well. So once you are done uploading all the documents, then you go back to this UM6P registration, the last page, this last page, then you click on submit. So I believe this is all that you have to do on this page now. So right now I'm going to stop sharing my screen. If anyone have a question, then I'll be glad to have it. Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon.
Yeah,
Christy,
please,
do you
if you
want to
have
continue?
any question, you can just quickly ask your question because he has another meeting in the next few minutes. So that he can leave.
So let's start with the first person. I think
All right.
Tech. Yeah.
Hello.
Okay, good evening, sir.
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, my question is, when I started my registration,
ahead.
Can I continue?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Although your background is kind of
Okay, when
noisy
I
a bit.
started the registration, that first name
Yeah.
colon, I put just one name there. And when I was checking your own, you put two names there. Hope it's not going to affect. That's the question number one.
Okay. Let me just take it one
Okay,
after the
question
other.
number
I don't think
two.
that is any problem. Hold on. That is not any problem. That is not a problem. Okay.
Okay. Okay, question number two. During the uploading of the documents, like when you are going to upload, when I started the registration, I used my NIN, but I have my passport with me. Can I still use it?
So you will see that when I log in, immediately I log in, it shows that a number is already in that NIN that I can no longer edit. So the idea about your national ID card or your passport is just a means of identification. The moment you get admission, when you're applying for your scholarship, after your admission, you apply for your scholarship. When you do that, you can apply with your passport, and because your passport will need to be sent to the school, and it will later be sent to the embassy before they issue you your visa. So it will not be a problem.
Okay, the last question. Okay, my last question is that uploading of the O-level results for some
Yeah.
people that use like they combine maybe GC and WAEC, the original WAEC, like the school May June WAEC and the November December WAEC, they combine it together,
Yeah.
and you have only one certificate, like this May June certificate. Can the person use one or combine the two together? Like you don't have to certificate for GC.
This is kind of tricky, and it is one. I think this is my first time of seeing something like this. However, my advice would be that okay, first let me ask, which one is it? Like, why did you combine the result? One was not having math, was one was one.
And one, yes, one was not having maths.
Okay. Is there any of the two that has both math, like math and English?
No.
Okay. It won't be a problem. What I would advise is probably you can combine the two, although I wouldn't see. I think what would be best is you use the one that you have the certificate. Okay. So because peradventure, in the very end, what they are really after is now you have went through your high school, it has been way too long, and of course you have been experienced in some other things, like even apart from the courses or the subjects that you did not pass in your high school. Now you can be sure that maybe you have proceeded beyond that level. So I don't think it will be a problem because of that.
Okay, but before you go, but I have my NECO results and that one is complete. But there is no
Yes, you
certificate
can
for
use
NECO.
that. Yes, you can use that because in the very end,
So
what
I
you
will use the
they will,
result slip.
yes, you can use that, but I would advise that you can always go to the NECO office to get your certificate. I think so, yeah. You can get your certificate in NECO office. So if you have your NECO result that is complete, I think it is best that you make use of the NECO result.
Okay, thank you. That's all.
Yeah. Okay. Danirosi.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. The profile you actually use is actually my profile, and so I actually did 5-year course. That is why I choose BS5.
Okay.
So and my transcript is up to 10 semesters.
Okay.
So is there any option on that, or is just compulsory? We have to choose 4 years course.
So the idea is first. Let me apologize first. I should apologize because
No,
I didn't tell you I was going to use your platform. Because I wanted to use the one I created myself, but unfortunately I changed my PC, so I didn't have access to the other email account here. So this is why I use your. I think it was logged for us that we have your login details. So I'm very sorry about that, please. Okay.
No offense.
So now about the question that you asked, what UM6P actually always do is they ask for 8 semesters. So even people that have studied engineering who did 8 semesters in the past. So what they normally do is, you want to put yourself as someone that is good for the department or someone that is good for the course you're applying to. So if my result from my first year to my fourth year is better than my second year to my fifth year, so I will only use my first to fourth and not my second to fifth. So there is a trade-off here, and the trade-off is you want to make sure you portray yourself as the candidate with the best grade as possible. You get what I mean now?
Yes. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. So I think we have Baba Tunde.
Yes. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah. My question is, what about those who are in their final year? They are in the second semester of their final year, and they don't have their final CGPA already. So, what are they going to do? Because when you are filling the places for the registration, you said there's a place for the final CGPA score.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
what should somebody like that do?
Okay. So when I was showing us the platform, there is there's an option that asks if you graduate already. So asking you if you graduate, the moment you pick graduate, that means the platform is expecting that you have all the scores. But now, if you pick that you did not graduate yet, that means it is not expecting that you have all your scores. I mean, all your grades as at that time. So you can always include the results of the semesters that you have. Is that clear now?
Okay, I got it. Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
Okay. So, Hussein.
Yeah. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. My question is that regarding the motivational letter. So you said that we can write up to 3 for the courses that we choose. Maybe I choose collective intelligence, international management, and agribusiness. So am I going to write each one separately and then I will merge them together and in a single file, or what shall I do?
Okay. Thank you for raising this. So there are two
Thank you.
ways. You can have a single file. Just make sure that for each program you have different page. So you don't want to. This is why I advise that when you're writing your motivation letter, make it as concise as possible. 500, 600 max. Don't let it go beyond 600 words, so that all the 600
Okay.
words you can shrink it in a single page for a
Yes.
particular program. The next page you can have the 600 words. The next page, just right at the top, motivation letter for so program, motivation letter for so program.
Okay. So
Yeah,
thank you, sir. Thank
yeah,
you.
my pleasure. Okay, Miracle.
Okay, good evening. Don't come to help. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Yeah, in this situation whereby I've passed through to the first stage, so and I received the what's it called, the mail for the past 2 weeks now. I've received the mail for the past 2 weeks, but I've not followed up with the other, what was it called? Like I've not clicked the link yet. So I want to ask that, can I still make use of the link?
Of course you
Or
can.
the link used to be expired?
So just go to the email that was sent to you with your username. Click on that link.
Okay.
Then when you click on that link, it will ask you for, at times, maybe PC at times, it will ask you for password. But what you should impute there is not a password. It is rather your email address. So when you enter your email address, another email will now be sent to you, which you will use to create your password. So once you create your password, then you can now use the username that was sent to you. Then you with the password, and you can log in anytime.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Okay. So Eniola Alex. Okay, Eniola Alex, are you there? Okay, someone is asking in the chat. Okay, yeah, I think I answered that. Please, I want to ask what a motivation letter is. Okay, now a motivation letter is what you is like your cover letter. It's like you are telling an organization that this is the reason why you should admit me. This is the reason why I am the best candidate. This is the reason why I want to apply. So this is the essence of your motivation letter. Your motivation letter will speak for you when you are not there. It is to tell the admission committee that, okay, this candidate is good for our program. So you want to put in every effort to show the department that you are applying into that you are the best candidate for them. So I believe I answered that question. So Ellie, guys, I'm afraid I will leave in 2 minutes. So Ellie or
Sorry,
Ellie,
before. Okay.
I'm
Hello.
sorry if I'm not pronouncing it well.
Hello, Mister. Hello, Mister.
Yeah. Sorry, let me quickly
Yeah,
answer Ellie's question. Sorry, Ellie, you're asking if you can apply for, okay, this is Eniola, right? Okay, if you can apply for both post-baccalaureate and master's program at a point. So the idea is if you need to do that, then you need to have two email address. So one will be for your post-baccalaureate and the other one for your master's program. Okay, please go on.
Yeah, my problem is about I created in my account, but instead of writing my passport number, I write another thing. How can I change it?
I didn't, can you say that again?
So I created my account, So
Okay, yeah.
I should write the passport number, but I wrote other thing. How can I change this problem?
Oh, so when you created your account,
Yeah.
you gave a wrong ID, right? The numbers on your ID card.
I didn't write it. That's the problem. I write that other thing.
Okay. So I think the best thing that you can do is to create another account. I'll tell you why. The reason is if you check, okay, let me quickly show you again. Window. Yeah. If you see this again now, can you see my screen?
Yeah, I see.
Okay. So if you look at the first page here, let's go to the previous page. Okay, look at this. On the passport, you see that I cannot fill anything here.
Okay.
I can't fill anything here. So this account has been registered with this passport number. That means I cannot change anything there. And you want to avoid a situation whereby you will be asked to present your passport or your ID, and the number showing on the passport is not the same thing as the one that you provided.
Okay.
You see? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you need to be very careful there. So please let me take two last questions. Okay. Hussein, are you going to ask another question? Okay. Let me see.
Yes, sir. I'm
Okay,
going to
go ahead,
ask
please.
another question. Okay, my
Okay.
question is regarding just the one you explained just now,
Yeah.
regarding the national identity number. While creating my
Yeah.
account, I used my national identity number, and
Yeah.
for now I have my passport with me. So I don't know. While uploading the document, am I going to upload the national identity card or the passport?
Exactly. You
Thank you.
upload your national identity card because this
Okay,
is
so
what
I don't.
contains your your number that you submitted. Okay.
Yes.
Maybe I'm going to take this as the last question because I need to go now. This person is asking, I hold a degree in agricultural economics. I hold a degree in agricultural economics, but my transcripts are issued annually. The application form requests transcript per semester. Do you have any advice on how to present my transcript? So when you say annually, which is MM, can you hear me? Mark? Is Mark here?
Yes. Hello, sir.
Okay. Yeah. When you say annually, what do you mean? Like combine full
It's
semester?
like when they give us our transcript, it's like it's not by semester. It's like
Okay.
they will give you just one transcript per year. It's something like that.
Yeah. But the one transcript will contain both the first semester and second semester, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe you can do that on your own, drawing out your overall semester of your CGPA of the first semester and the CGPA of the second semester. You see what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. So, Christy, I think you can take over from here. I think I need to go now.
Yeah, thank you so much, Abdullah, for your kindness and going through the application. So thank you, participants, for staying up to now. So we can now have
Thank you too.
Hamed Salami. We are not yet
Thank
done.
you.
You are. I can see that some people are in haste to go. The last
Hello.
but not the least would be having Hamed Salam sharing his testimony about UM6P. So Ahmed, you can carry on, please.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, African. Thank you, African lady. Good evening, everyone. My name is Ahmed Salami. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can
Yeah,
hear
we
you,
can
sir.
hear
We
you.
can hear
Yes,
you,
we
sir.
can hear you. We
Yes.
can hear you. We can hear you, sir.
Okay, I'm a master's student, currently studying international management at African Business School. And I would like to share some of my experiences while applying to UM6P. First, let me start on this note before it escapes my mind. I think Olaiwaju mentioned something on high school grading scale. I will share a screenshot with you that you use to convert your O-level grading scale from the normal A probably to a percentage or so, or to a point or so. So I'll share it. Please, if I should forget in any way, you can remind me about that. Then, aside from that, I think when I applied to UM6P, I picked 3 courses, which are collective intelligence, international management, and QFM, which is quantitative and financial modeling. But among the 3, I'm most interested in QFM, but unfortunately, I was not admitted to QFM. And I'll tell you the reason why I was not admitted to QFM. 1, I didn't study the Bookio. In fact, I didn't study the Bookio for all the courses. I was just applying randomly to every part of the world. And I think I got admission in US, and it was mostly partial scholarships. But got so good, I got a fully funded scholarship at UM6P. So the problem is this: QFM, you need to study the Bookio. You need to read everything from A to Z. And why I'm saying this is this: if peradventure you apply to 3 courses, and at the end of the day you didn't study what they need for those courses, you might end up not getting those courses. First, QFM, I think when I later revisit the the QFM requirement, I noticed that. Hello?
We are hearing you.
Can you please?
Yes, we can hear
Can you
you.
unmute?
We can hear you.
Okay.
We can hear you.
Okay, I noticed that QFM requires statistics, requires you to have an undergraduate degree in statistics, in engineering courses mostly. So they need you to have a background, a strong background in calculus. And I read finance, so I was thinking maybe with my finance I can apply to quantitative and financial modeling. But unfortunately, I was not accepted, and they stated clearly the reason why I was not accepted, because I do not have a background in calculus. So I do not have a foundational background in calculus. So that was the reason. Then for collective intelligence, I was also rejected for collective intelligence, and I could remember the reason why I was rejected. One, my transcript was not a semesterial transcript. I believe you must not understand what a semesterial transcript is all about. One, if you have a transcript that is not splitted, that is, there is no semester by semester grade on your transcript, that is, you don't have a GPA for each semester. You might probably, for each sections or for each semester, you should have your cumulative GPA. You should have your cumulative GPA for year one, for year two, for year three, and you should have a breakdown. So I was actually notified that I don't have that I should upload a semesterial transcript. But unfortunately, I didn't, I got that late and I passed the deadline. So that was why I was rejected for collective intelligence. So at the end of the day, I was accepted for international management. And so what I'm saying in essence is that I want you to take your time, study the brochure very well, don't rush. Then when you apply, make sure that you have everything in place. And also, for each of the recommendation letter that you'll be submitting, I would advise that you address the school. You address the school, you tell your referee to address the school. And your referee should be able to say a lot about you, most especially your ability to adapt to a new environment, your level, that's your class grade. If you graduate within the top 2%, top 1%, your referee should be able to say all that. Then also your referee should be able to say the relationship you have. Maybe your referee is your supervisor or your head of the department or former head of the department. So there should be a relationship between you and your referee. So it should not just be a generic reference. Generic reference in the sense that all these professors or lecturers, they already have a template on their system that they give to people. So at the end of the day, they will just remove your name, then insert. They will just remove the previous name on the template, then insert your name and probably print something generic to you. So the recommendation letter will be read by professors. So they will definitely know that this is a generic recommendation letter. So submitting a generic recommendation letter might actually limit your chances of getting admitted, and also applying to programs where you don't have the prerequisites will also limit your chances. And after the application, you get notified for language test, which I believe everybody will be notified for. And if you don't get the message, you don't need to panic, you will get the message. Right. And I think I wouldn't like to waste much of our time because Olariwaju has explained a lot that needs to be said. And also, your resume. On your resume, try to highlight your research interest, your area of research interest. Then you can probably do some research on the department, check the lecturers. The best way you can check lecturers in the department, you can go to LinkedIn and search for African Business School. Just prompt it with a search, African Business School. You see all the lecturers under African Business School. You can search for each of them, one after the other. So if there's any lecturer you see and you have the research interest that aligns, you can message the lecturer a code mail to the lecturer. That should be after you have written your English test. Then also after you have done the numerical test, because they wouldn't look at, you cannot influence any lecturer for now. And in most cases, even in fact, me, I didn't could mail any lecturer. I did not, but some people could mail some lecturers, so they were already familiar with some of the lecturers in the department, just secretly. So I'm not saying you should bombard lecturers' inbox. Then aside from that, I can also tell you that UM6P is no doubt, in terms of facility, the best school in Morocco. And in fact, in Africa, I've tried to network with so many other people in different schools within Africa. I don't think there's any school that can challenge UNCSP in terms of facilities, in terms of lecturers. We have lecturers from different parts of the world. To be a privilege if you are admitted at UMCSP, and you don't have any reason to worry about a financial aspect of it. You get paid while you are learning, and also so many benefits. You have a lot of benefits. I think I've I mentioned. Then also on your CV, try to exclude the issue of age, your date of birth, your state of origin. They don't need all that. You don't. I believe you must have seen a sample. I will also share a PDF that will guide you on how to write your resume. And aside from the PDF, then also when you list your work experience on your resume, do not use job functions. List your achievements under your position. So achievement is better than your job functions. For instance, maybe you're a business manager in social company, then you list that you were listing functions of manager. Those are general, they are just general functions, which we all know. So you should be able to probably list at least 3 or 4 achievements that you had during your time in that position. I think for that, then at the end of your resume, you should be able to list your referee, the name of your referee, and the name that you list in your resume must also be the person that is also writing reference for you. Then also avoid using a generic motivation letter. There's a reason why I'm saying this, because um, and also avoid using a generic reference letter. Some people, they see it as an insult when you did not state specifically that this is the department or this is the school that I'm writing to, or this. So it should just be like this lecturer is not close to you. You know what it means for you to contact a lecturer. For instance, everybody don't really have this strong relationship with most of the lecturers in the department. Like during my time, I'm not that too close to lecturers in the department, just a few, maybe my HOD and my project supervisor. Then what most people believe in, just to go to class, then go home, read, and pass exams. But we don't know that at the end of the program, we still need our lecturers write references or letter of recommendation for us. So, and also try to tell your referee to be specific in their, whenever they are writing a reference letter for you, they should specifically state the relationship that exists between you and them, not just then for your motivation letter, it is the same as your cover letter. Try to state your achievement and the reason why you should be admitted to the department. What are your achievements? Most especially your academic achievements. And also state the reason why you chose the UM6P. And at the tail end, at the tail end of your letter, so your motivation letter, you should be able to list your personal goal, your short-term goal and your long-term goal. So when you list the short-term goal, for instance, like I read finance as my undergraduate degree, and I could remember my short-term goal then was that I want to become a financial consultant, and also that's if I'm admitted in this department, that's at MIM, that after my graduation that I intend to become a financial consultant. Then also I intend to have my professional course CFA. Those are my two short-term goal. Then the long-term goal, I stated clearly that I want to establish a fintech company. That after my graduation, that I intend to establish a fintech company. Your short-term goal should be something you can achieve within a year. Then your long-term goal should be something you can achieve after 5 years and above. So there are lots that I believe I should be able to tell you, but I think we are running out of time and we have spent a lot of time. So I would like to stop here. If you have any question, you can feel free to message me. So, concerning your application, most especially the materials that you submit. Make sure you read, go through very. Hello?
Thank you so much, Hamed, for the insightful talk.
All
I
right.
can see a
You're
lot of
welcome.
hands, but
If you
it's
have any
actually
question, you can ask. If you have any question concerning what I've
Yeah,
said.
Okay.
hello, good evening. You said we should remind you of the material you want to share with us.
Yes, I will do that. I will share with you. Did you see any screenshot or on how you can convert
I'm not
your
sharing anymore,
O
man.
level,
Not
the
yet,
grading
not yet.
scale? Okay, I'll share that with you. And also, when you're uploading your high school transcripts, your high school transcript is the same as your WAEC certificate. Make sure you upload both the front and the back because at the back you have the grading scale. Because if you upload only the front page, that might actually limit your chance because they will assume grading scale is behind it. You upload both the front and the back in one PDF. Then also let me state this: if you're an undergraduate student, you can apply also. And I remember there's one undergraduate student that got admitted during that was last year. He has not even completed this program. What he did was that he downloaded a PDF transcript from his portal. There are some schools that, or most schools now, they have a portal result. You can download it. When you download it, you can apply with it. You just upload it. And if you have a 5 years program, you can input the last 4 years. If that is your best section, then input the last 4 years. And I think at the same time, while they are looking at what you feel, they will also look at what you have on your PDF and make sure you don't give any false information. Because if you give any false information, you might be disqualified during the process of admission. Is there anybody with any other question?
No.
Hello?
Yeah. Um, so I want to ask, I tried looking out for some programs there, right? And I didn't see any program related to computer science. So I want to ask, do you think where can I create a program related to computer science or something like that?
Uh,
Is
for
there any I don't
collectively,
know how this thing works.
if you studied computer science, you can apply to collective intelligence. That's one. You can apply to international management. Then you can also apply to quantitative and financial modeling, which is QFM. I believe QFM accepts people with background in computer science, statistics, mathematics, those that have and also mostly engineering courses. So they expect you to have strong background in calculus because you'll be doing more of calculus, more of calculation. So you'll be doing statistics and the rest. You can apply to collective intelligence. Collective intelligence is similar to artificial intelligence. And that's what African lady is currently studying at UM6P. Do you understand? Is that
Oh,
clear?
okay. Yeah, I do.
That's
Although
math.
I actually studied accounting, but I want to switch to
Yeah,
computer science
let me
because
also
my
let me
coworker also
also
did that.
answer that. Hello, can you hear me?
All right, okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear
Let
you.
me also answer that there's the departments for computing here, but this thing is quite different from the Nigerian system because after secondary school you do 5 years, which is like a combination of undergraduate and masters. So after the 5 years, that's when you now do PhD straight. So there's no separate masters. You understand? So except if you
Oh,
want to do the 5 years before PhD, or you already have maybe a master's and you join their PhD program. But if not, you can consider others as mentioned by Hamid.
oh, okay, okay, all right. So, but I would also like to point out that although I studied accounting, but have ventured into the tech space for a while now, for close to 5 years. So I'm just looking at wanting to, embark on the course on the study related to computer science.
Okay, if you study the accounting, under collective intelligence, uh, you don't have, there is no barrier, like there is no discrimination for any course under collective intelligence. Collective intelligence with a background in any course, you can apply to collective intelligence. You can also apply to international management if you have background in any field at all. In fact, we have someone in our class, some people that read the social works, someone that read the arts, performing arts, engineering. We have different people. We have education. You can apply to international management. Also, you can apply to collective intelligence. But QFN is very selective. So if you're applying to QFN, make sure that you have what they require from you. And also, before I forget this, when you are writing your motivation letter, please avoid
Okay.
plagiarism. That is one. Don't go and copy something from somewhere. That's one. Then two, avoid using AI to write your motivation letter. And if at all you are going to use AI to write your motivation letter, because there are some AI where you can actually upload your resume and you actually tell the AI that you should write a motivation letter for me, blah blah blah. So the AI will write it according to your own personal details. You understand? But at the same time,
Okay.
the reason why I said you should not use AI is that all all materials that you upload will be subjected to AI checker. So the moment they realize that you use AI to write your your cover letter or your motivation letter, you might be automatically disqualified because it means that you did not use you did not use your brain to write it, so they might disqualify you from that. So during my time, I didn't use AI to write any of my cover letter. What I did was that I have Grammarly on my phone that is attached to my keypad. So whenever I'm writing my cover letter, if there is any sentence line that is not correct, Grammarly will tell me that this is what I'm supposed to put in between the sentence. Do you understand? So everything I was writing was my own personal details. And another thing is that for future purpose, sometimes when you do plagiarism, even during the program, you can be sent home. Maybe you did plagiarism, you copy somebody's personal statement from somewhere, you copy the word for word. So please avoid plagiarism or copying of word verbatim, because they have AI checker, that is, they will subject all your papers to AI check. Everything will be subjected to AI. So if you use AI, they will know automatically. So if you have any other question, you can let me.
Okay.
No?
Yes, sir. My question is concerning the
Sorry,
recommendation
I can hear you.
recommendation letter.
Hello?
Hello. Concerning the recommendation letter. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you speak louder?
Concerning the recommendation letter,
Okay.
like someone that is applying for maybe like 3 different departments, and per department you have to submit two recommendation letter. Are we going to write 6 or just 2 for the 3 departments?
Uh, Let me just say what I did during my time. During my time, what I did was that I instructed my supervisor, or my, even in fact my HOD and my supervisor, to write a recommendation letter to me, so you can actually split it around. And what I did was that I used 2 recommendation letters for each course. So at the end of the day, I was having 6 recommendation letters. And what I did was that for each of the courses, I attached in PDF. Like for instance, maybe for QFM, I have 2 recommendation letters. Then I now attach my cover letter with it. And also avoid recommendation letters that will be more than a page. The recommendation letter should not in any way be more than 1 page. If it is going above a page, then it is something else entirely. Everything your supervisor or your referee should write about, you should be in a page. Then also your CV can be up to 10 pages. Like during my time, my CV was 9 or 10 pages. Then so you can use 6. You're applying. Another thing is, the more the program you pick, the more your, like for instance, you have to write tests for each of the programs. You have to write English test for MIM, English test for KFM, English test for collective effect. Then you also, if you qualify for the 3, then you also have to write a numerical test for each of the 3. So if you know that you are up to the task, you can pick 3 or more courses. And I will advise you, you should not pick anything less than 3 courses, because you don't know which of the programs that you are going to. If you have 3 courses and above, your chances will be very high. Exactly. Huh? Any other question? Hello?
Hello.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for attending tonight's section. I think we can continue on WhatsApp with your questions. Our apologies, Akimbo, we might not be able to take additional questions because we have to end the meeting. We try as much as possible to have the meeting weekly, and the subsequent meeting we will have detail about each program as we can. Because it's quite easy at Rabat than Bengary. You are still trying as much as possible to understand the program at Bengary campus. But like how Abdullah mentioned, the biggest work is on your shoulder. That's checking out the department websites to understand what they do. You can check YouTube videos. There are lots of videos on YouTube even on LinkedIn, follow UM6P and the department that you are thinking of enrolling into. So but for now, do enjoy your night rest. Take care. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.